Hey Raiders fans, we're back with an exclusive video and the latest updates on our beloved Las Vegas Raiders. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. That way, you'll always stay up to date with breaking news and exclusive content. The news that has just dropped is shaking the very foundations of the NFL landscape. And it's not an exaggeration to say that Raiders fans might be experiencing one of the most thrilling off-seasons in recent memory. Imagine a team that has struggled to find a true number one wide receiver finally landing a player who has consistently dominated the league for years, a receiver whose name alone brings fear to defensive coordinators across the country. Stefon Diggs, yes, the same elite talent who terrorized defenses with his sharp route running, explosive speed, and uncanny ability to make impossible catches look routine, is now officially donning the silver and black. It's the kind of acquisition that doesn't just improve a team's passing attack. It fundamentally alters the identity of a franchise. When you think of the Raiders historically, you think of daring plays, bold moves, and fearless competitiveness. And bringing in a player of Diggs' caliber feels like the perfect embodiment of that tradition. The excitement around Las Vegas is palpable, from the fans flooding social media with expressions of hope to analysts scrambling to adjust their power rankings in light of this monumental addition. The rumor mill had been swirling for weeks, but now it's no longer speculation, it's reality. From the moment rumors began circulating that the Raiders were targeting a high-profile wide receiver, there was a sense of inevitability that only grew with each passing day. Analysts dissected every potential trade scenario, every cap number, and every positional fit, but few dared to imagine that the team would land someone of Stefon Diggs' magnitude. Diggs, who has been a consistent Pro Bowler and a key weapon for one of the league's most explosive offenses, represents not only a significant upgrade in talent, but also a cultural shift for the Raiders' locker room. Bringing in a player who has been at the forefront of highlight reels, the focal point of defenses, and the centerpiece of an elite passing game signals that the Raiders are not just looking to compete. They are declaring their intention to dominate. The synergy between a quarterback eager for a true alpha target and a receiver known for his ability to create separation and make contested catches could redefine the trajectory of the franchise for years to come. Fans are already envisioning the explosive plays, the acrobatic catches, and the game-changing touchdowns that Diggs can bring to Las Vegas, turning every Sunday into a must-watch event. Rumors about potential rivalries reigniting, defensive coordinators sweating through game plans, and analysts revising playoff predictions are all part of the growing buzz. The narrative isn't just about one player. It's about the potential transformation of an entire offense. Diggs' arrival in Las Vegas doesn't just enhance the Raiders' receiving core. It sends a message to the league that this team is willing to invest in top-tier talent and aggressively pursue success. The timing couldn't be more dramatic, as the Raiders are coming off seasons that have shown flashes of brilliance, but lack consistency and a go-to playmaker capable of tilting the balance in close games. Now, with Diggs on the roster, the team's strategic options expand exponentially. The playbook can evolve, creating opportunities not only for Diggs, but for the supporting cast to flourish. It's also a psychological boost, a morale injection, signaling to both the locker room and the fan base that management is committed to assembling a championship-caliber roster. The excitement is amplified by Diggs' reputation as a competitor who elevates the performance of everyone around him. Imagine the chemistry between a hungry quarterback and a receiver who thrives under pressure, capable of turning broken plays into spectacular gains. Rumors are now focusing on how this acquisition could impact divisional dynamics, with the Raiders' opponents scrambling to adjust to a new, more explosive offensive threat. Social media is already ablaze with speculation, highlight reel comparisons, and countdowns to the first regular season matchup. Every detail of Diggs' arrival, from jersey numbers to first practice impressions, is being dissected and amplified, feeding the frenzy that has gripped fans and pundits alike. The financial and contractual implications of acquiring a player like Diggs also fuel the ongoing conversation, as savvy observers consider how this move fits into the Raiders' broader organizational strategy. While contracts and cap space are typically dry, Technical topics. The way the Raiders managed to secure Diggs speaks volumes about their ambition and negotiating prowess. Reports indicate a combination of smart planning, bold decision-making, and a willingness to restructure priorities, all aligning to bring one of the league's premier receivers into the fold. It's the kind of maneuver that demonstrates not just a desire to succeed, but a capacity to execute complex deals that reshape the competitive landscape. Fans are dissecting every clause, every potential incentive, and every strategic nuance, adding layers of intrigue to the already electric atmosphere surrounding the team. The psychological effect on both the team and its rivals is equally compelling. Knowing that a player like Diggs is now part of the equation alters defensive schemes league-wide and injects a new level of anticipation into every Raiders game. Analysts are debating how this acquisition could influence draft strategies, complementary signings, and even coaching approaches, further fueling the rumor mill. Every detail, every angle, every speculation feeds the growing narrative that the Raiders are no longer a team content with mediocrity. They're a franchise poised for impact. Fans are not the only ones reacting. The media landscape is equally saturated with discussions about the implications of Diggs joining the Raiders. Sports networks, podcasts, and online forums are inundated with breakdowns of past performances, predictive models, and passionate debates over how this signing could influence playoff races. Analysts are revisiting film from previous seasons, dissecting Diggs' tendencies, strengths, and potential weaknesses, while simultaneously theorizing how he might adapt to a new offensive system. The level of scrutiny is intense, reflecting both the significance of the signing and the appetite for narratives that explain how a single player can change the fortunes of an entire franchise. Social media amplifies every rumor, every possible trade rumor, and every hypothetical scenario, creating an almost feverish environment where fans speculate not only on wins and losses, but on the broader identity of the team itself. Conversations about locker room dynamics, leadership impact, and cultural influence are now mainstream talking points, signaling that this acquisition transcends the typical player signing. The collective imagination of the fan base is running wild, projecting touchdowns, game-winning drives, and unforgettable highlights that will define the upcoming seasons. Each day brings new stories, new angles, and new excitement, making it clear that this is more than a mere transaction. It's a turning point. The final layer of excitement comes from the sense that this move represents a culmination of strategic planning, audacity, and timing. Raiders fans, analysts, and casual observers alike are captivated by the narrative of a franchise that identified a superstar, pursued him relentlessly, and ultimately secured a transformative talent in Stefon Diggs. The ripple effects of this signing extend far beyond the field, influencing everything from merchandise sales to media attention and fan engagement. The timing, context, and implications coalesce to create a story that will dominate headlines, feeds, and water cooler conversations for months to come. The energy surrounding the Raiders has shifted, infusing optimism, anticipation, and a sense of destiny into every discussion about the team's future. Rumors continue to swirl about supporting moves, complementary acquisitions, and how Diggs' presence will elevate young talent already on the roster. In essence, the Raiders have not only changed their offensive identity, they have sent a clear message to the entire NFL. A new era is arriving in Las Vegas, one defined by elite talent, bold moves, and the potential for greatness that could finally culminate in a championship run. The stage is set, the players are ready, and fans everywhere are preparing for what promises to be a season unlike any other, fueled by the electric addition of Stefon Diggs. The excitement surrounding Stefon Diggs joining the Raiders is not limited to casual speculation. It has evolved into detailed tactical analysis, as pundits and fans alike attempt to project how his arrival will redefine the team's offensive approach. With a player of Diggs' caliber, every play, every formation, and every audible takes on new significance. Analysts are envisioning an offense that can stretch the field vertically while also exploiting mismatches in coverage, as Diggs' ability to read defenses and adjust routes on the fly offers unprecedented flexibility. Defensive coordinators across the league are reportedly scrambling, reevaluating their personnel and schemes to account for the speed, agility, and playmaking intelligence Diggs brings to the table. The Raiders' quarterback, who now has a true alpha target, can explore a wider range of options, combining deep shots, quick slants, and misdirection plays to create chaos in opposing defenses. Rumors hint at a surge in practice intensity and film study sessions as the team integrates Diggs into the offensive rhythm, seeking to maximize his impact. Social media is flooded with comparisons to other top receiver acquisitions in recent NFL history, with fans debating how this could transform Las Vegas into one of the most feared passing attacks. Every analyst, commentator, and blogger seems to agree on one point. The Raiders' offensive ceiling has just skyrocketed, and Diggs is the key that unlocks it. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Las Vegas Raiders. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Beyond the tactical implications, there is a cultural and psychological dimension to this signing that cannot be overstated. Stefon Diggs is not just a physical talent. He is a competitor whose presence alone elevates the performance of teammates. Rumors circulating suggest that younger players in the Raiders' wide receiver room are already benefiting from Diggs' leadership and professionalism, soaking up knowledge about route discipline, timing, and mental preparation. Locker room dynamics, often overlooked in statistical analysis, are being scrutinized as insiders hint at a renewed sense of confidence and hunger among the squad. Fans have latched onto this narrative, sharing stories and expectations about how Diggs' work ethic could inspire an entire team culture shift. Commentators speculate that this move might create a ripple effect, motivating the offensive line to perform at a higher level, encouraging quarterbacks to take more calculated risks, and even challenging coaches to innovate their schemes in ways previously unimagined. The psychological impact of adding a player of Diggs' stature extends far beyond the measurable, creating an aura of inevitability around the Raiders' offensive success. It is this combination of skill, leadership, and reputation that makes the rumors surrounding Diggs' arrival so potent, fueling endless discussions about how every aspect of the team could be elevated by a single, transformative presence. On the strategic front, the Raiders now have an unprecedented level of offensive versatility that opens up a multitude of possibilities. Rumors are already circulating about potential shifts in formation usage, with analysts predicting a heavier reliance on three wide sets, motion-based plays, and two tight end packages designed to exploit Diggs' ability to create separation and stretch the field. The quarterback can now confidently take shots downfield, knowing that Diggs' route precision and speed increase the probability of successful completions. Meanwhile, defensive coordinators in the division are reportedly studying game tape from Diggs' previous seasons with intense scrutiny, searching for weaknesses they can exploit while simultaneously worrying about the plethora of challenges he poses. This strategic chess match, fueled by Diggs' arrival, has sparked endless debates among fans who are theorizing about how complementary receivers, running backs, and tight ends might benefit from the attention Diggs commands. Rumors even suggest that opposing teams may adjust draft priorities or off-season signings to counteract the Raiders' newly enhanced aerial threat. Every practice, preseason game, and media session becomes a potential plot point in a larger narrative, as fans and analysts eagerly anticipate how the synergy between Diggs and his new team will manifest on the field. The sense of anticipation is almost tangible, with each day bringing new speculation, new tactical breakdowns, and renewed excitement about the transformative potential of this one signing. Financially and organizationally, the move to acquire Diggs is being interpreted as a bold declaration of intent, signaling that the Raiders are committed to competing at the highest level. Rumors about the cap space maneuvering, contract restructuring, and incentive schemes illustrate the sophistication required to pull off such a high-profile acquisition, and fans are poring over every detail with fascination. The deal, while expensive, is being framed as a strategic investment in a player whose impact is likely to pay dividends both on and off the field. Merchandise sales, ticket demand, and media attention are all expected to surge, creating a ripple effect that extends beyond the gridiron. Insiders suggest that this financial commitment also sends a message to potential free agents and draft prospects. The Raiders are serious about building a championship-caliber roster, and players of elite talent are valued and prioritized. The ripple effect of Diggs' signing could influence the broader NFL landscape, as other teams may feel compelled to make similar bold moves to remain competitive. Rumors about complementary acquisitions, changes to scouting focus, and even potential coaching adjustments highlight the broader strategic significance of landing a superstar receiver. The financial, operational, and psychological dimensions of the acquisition combine to reinforce the sense that the Raiders are not merely participating. They are positioning themselves as a dominant force. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Las Vegas Raiders, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.